Hi everyone, very good evening to one and all. As you know, all this is about resume format, which is very important to approach any companies and to showcase ourselves. So we'll see here what are the importance of it, why we need to make in a proper format, and also bi-weekly we are conducting these webinars to bring awareness like there were so many job opportunities in the field of mechanical and civil, that is core companies. So people might be thinking that most of the student perception is we won't get high salary as IT, and we won't get so many jobs available as IT. That is totally wrong. So we have lots of requirements. So many companies are reaching out for the people. So the only requirement from you guys is whatever gap it is happening between the academic to uh, please, as soon as you join, please mute yourself, guys, so that it won't create any disturbance to others. So there is a lot of gap between academic to industry. That bridge, if you could able to build, so you will have lots and lots of opportunities which are equal to IT, and the salaries are also equal. It only depends on the competency. In IT, in other sense, you have to keep update yourself for every year or for every couple of years for writing about writing new certificates or changing your domain, and so many circles you have to do lifelong. But whereas if you get job and do it in this mechanical itself, but you should have proper technical knowledge and also how the industry is connected. No need to prepare every year every time. Once the basic thing, if you have that basic technical knowledge and the domain knowledge, if you have, that's more than enough. You can reach heights, you can gain salaries like IT. Okay, the strategies are becoming better and better, because so people are thinking that IT is better, and most of the people are, yeah, most of the people are shifting from core companies to IT. So there the competition is very high compared to core companies. Okay, that's why you have to always remember what you are lagging as per the current scenarios. Then you can go ahead and achieve greater heights in what you have learned so many years. You have struggled so much to meet to finish the engineering with proper technical knowledge. Some people, they are doing also MS and then they are shifting to IT because of lack of awareness. These are all things that are happening, only lack of awareness, not because of job opportunities. Okay, let us move into the today's webinar, that is about resume preparation. Why resume preparation is important and all we will see first. So you can observe here, we have so many formats. You can see when you Google it, you'll have so many formats. Which format I have to choose is the first important question. So see, for suppose if you're applying for a job, how much time they will spend on the resume. That is the first point we need to consider. It will be visibly emboss your skills or your summary to the recruiter, so that it will be easy for them to get in touch with you, or whether they have to correlate according to the job posting whether your skills are matching or not. So no one will study in detail complete resume. Understand that point. So by mistake, at a glance, wherever they are seeing, if any spell mistakes or if any sentence formation is not proper, so as we always say, first impression is best impression. Since we are not available, the person will judge us based on our sentences and based on our document itself. Okay, so we have to represent as a document there. That is why you can see why resumes are important. What is the, you can see that picture, the clip art is very good. I liked it a lot. So nobody knows what you are. Only your resume will speak. That's why it is very, very important and it plays a vital role. Even if you have vast degrees and so many medals or patents or whatever national papers, if in the resume, if they are finding some or other mistakes or sentence formation mistakes, then it will become what will happen then. So, as I said, first impression is best impression. It takes little time to understand your and to get back like what you are. Okay, so that's why resume is very essential to represent. Okay, that too for the graduates, you have to understand how you have to represent. What are your asserts? What are your skills? How the people will see? How the people will recognize you? That is what you have to put in the resume. What we are going to highlight mainly skills summary. For suppose a simple example, if I'm giving, if anyone has 10 years of experience, they might have done about 15 to 20 projects, making a resume of 5 pages. Well, recruiter will read all that 5 pages, each and every project. First of all, remember who are recruiters? They are HR people. Will they understand your project? No, right? First, if the basic skills and basic objective is matching, then only it is forwarding to your technical team. So understand it for a layman or for non-technical person, how you are going to represent yourself. If any person, like the best way to give correlation for this is if you're writing your resume, show to your cousins or show to your parents. If they are understanding, that is, if they are understanding in the sense, if they are finding out your skills embossed and your career objective embossed, so that means you are writing a good resume. That is the basic test you can make. Okay. If people are saying, I can't understand your resume because it is too technical, then recheck it, how to reframe, how to redo it in a proper strategical way, in a proper steps, you have to find. So that is what we are going to find here. Okay. Now we have seen what is resume, why it is important. If I say, as I'm explaining, if I have a job in a corporate company, they may be receiving more than minimum of 250 applicants applications. So among the 250 applications, they will be calling the candidates for the interview 4 to 6 maximum. One person will get the job. This is the strategy everybody will follow. The numbers may vary little bit, but this is the hardcore fact we have to accept. Among 250 applications for one job posting, how much time the recruiter will spend? So, as soon as they see, they should know your skills and objective. Always I am emphasizing your skills or career summary or career objectives. Whatever you are naming, it's okay. How you have to name also, I will say in as we move in the session. Okay. So the first thing is two main reasons for the formatting. Readability should be good, attention to the details. That means we should not write stories in that, rather we have to keep in a simple, crisp manner, less than a line for representation of your skills. Okay, if you have 10 years or 20 years of experience also, you have to summarize all your expertise, experience in less than 5 to 6 lines. Okay, so most of the freshers may get doubt. I don't have any special achievements. We have only projects and some membership. So for that also, how you have to write the career objective, I'll show you with some examples. This is to understand why resume is so important. Because of the readability, attention to the detail. These are two most things. Observe that only recruiter will spend less than a minute, even you can say less than half minute to select your resumes. Okay, people may say that it all depends on fate. All things doesn't depend on fate. First we have to work and then we have to blame our fate. So don't simply blame the fate. First we have to be ourselves industry ready or prepare for what we are. Okay. Then next, how do I write a good resume? You can see how they will pick. How do I write a good resume? First, to start writing, mentally and physically prepare first. That means you have to think yourself what are your strengths, what are your skills, what are your weakness, why I am writing this. So everybody wants job. Which kind of job you want, or which kind of job posting you are going to apply. Based on these some of the criterias, we need to start writing our resume. First, we have to think. Keep in a, I mean, be in a silent mode and think yourself by closing eyes what you are, where you stand, what are your skills and weaknesses. Please mute yourself. Yes. Okay. So that is the major important thing before writing the resume you have to keep in mind. Before writing, make it a general format as per your skills. But always I suggest is according to the job posting, just reframe your objective and add or remove your skills as per the job posting. That means if I'm for suppose, I think most of you guys are of mechanical engineers or civil engineers. If I'm going for an analysis job, but I have experience, most of the experience on design. I have 3 years experience on design and 1 year experience on analysis. But the post what I'm applying is completely for analysis. So reframe the sentence. So showcase your analysis expertise in your career objective. Okay. So don't blame, don't lie also. Whatever you know, just reframe the sentence. Okay. Most of the employees list exactly the skills what they have. You might be having a skill. For suppose I'll give an example. You are of a person of uh, like you might be knowing only the thermal analysis, little bit of structural analysis. If 1 year with experience. So from 1 year of experience, people won't expect you to have a deeper knowledge in technical or tool skills. But you have to prepare yourself. But to get prepared yourself, first the resume should get picked, right? Leave about the interview. First the resume should get picked. How it will get picked? Based on the job posting, you have to reframe that your skills are more in stress analysis. Okay. Customize your resume regularly based on the job posting. Even though it is taking some time, rather than just clicking to 100 or 200 job applications, apply precisely, consistently on a daily basis. Have some time early in the morning, about half an hour or 1 hour. Spend some time. What are the applications you are going to apply? Also study in which domain you are having the major vacancies. In mechanical also we can see so many domains, right? Major vacancies, how you can correlate your skills to that, reframe the sentences as per the domains. Okay, that is very, very important. So now we will see each one how to write. We have these 6 steps. First thing is choose a proper format and design. Add your contact information. Craft a professional summary or a career objective. There were 2 terms here you can see. People will get confused of so many things. Even this we are called as resume, not as biodata or CV. Why means resume is meant for entry level people or just fresh from graduates, fresh graduates. If you are taking a CV, that is curriculum vitae, it is nothing but the mid-level or experienced people. Biodata, majorly they will call more than 10 years experience. So the name also matters a lot. Here the professional summary means they have the professional experience. You have to write as a fresher as career objective. So these minute changes will see the recruiter like how you are making, like are you focusing on the job required or not, how much passionate you are to do that job. So if I am a fresh graduate, I'm writing the professional summary, the recruiter will get that itself their doubt. He or she is not of a proper passionate about the job. So whatever the terms you use in the resume, understand the terms and make it. It is very much important. Outline your education, shine a spotlight on your skill set. Skill set is very important. Once you made review, rework, cut the fat. Whatever extra things are there, cut it. Resume should not be like a booklet or a book. It should be just as a handy book, like to correlate how you will by heart only formulas. If the whole textbook is of 500 pages, you will by heart the formulas, like what you guys call as spectrum or something, of 20 pages. In the same way, whatever your personality is, it should represent in 1 or maximum of 2 pages. It would be good if it is only of 1 or 1.5 maximum. Okay, remember that point. Then choose a format and design. How can you choose a format? You in the Google, if in the open source, if you type resume format, you will find hundreds of formats. Which format you have to choose? Formatting is very, very important, and format choosing is also important. It varies from country to country. If you are applying for other countries, they need a different format with a picture. Whereas in India, we don't need about the picture or something. Okay, our personal details are not required. So this was exactly like, you can say, people say that you eat with your eyes first, and then the same concept applies here as well. Before eating your favorite food, you will enjoy with your eyes, right? Even though the taste is good, but the presentation is not good, you may not feel that much happy. The same with resume also. Even though you have so many skills, if the format and font making is not proper, then it is like, it is waste of doing, waste of your work. Okay, how you construct your resume can determine that hiring manager how passionate you are about your work, how determined you are towards that job. Okay, don't write histories, just make very concise, make it as brief as possible, each and every. One thing very much you have to remember in resume is, don't write long paras. Even in the projects, the sentence should not cross more than 1.5 to 2 lines. This is very, very important. In when you are explaining about the projects also, the sentence should not cross maximum of 2 lines. Okay, if it is maximum of 2 lines, people will get confused, or people will forget what it is in the first line, because continuously they were reading different resumes. Okay, that too you can see in the digital world. If you are reading through hard copy, that is a different thing. If they are reading through system, definitely they won't go that detail. Okay, just different sections, how they are writing, like the skills, graduation, objective. That's enough, because no HR will be knowing about technical knowledge. Okay, so as I mentioned, should not go more than 1 or 2 pages. I can suggest up to 10 years of experience, you can go for 2 pages, maximum of 3, not more than that. Okay, so it doesn't represent, you should not write how you are executing the projects. Rather, you should write challenges, how you faced in the project and overcome it. Okay, that is more important rather than execution process in the resume. Okay, so then this is about choose a format and design. Hope it is clear and it is concise. Add your contact information. Make sure that everything is up to date, accurate, and presented correctly. it should go. Once we are making the format, selecting the format, always minimum contact information will go on the header of the resume. That is majorly your email ID, phone number. No need to write home address completely. Nobody will come to your home and check. If you are mentioning the location, that's enough. That too, why they will ask to mention the home address means whether you would like to relocate from that location or not. So recruiter will get a quick idea to ask whether if you are staying in Hyderabad and if you are willing to go to Bangalore or not. Through that home address, the recruiter can ask whether you wish like to relocate or not. And never ever this academic accreditations keep beside the name in the header. Okay, don't keep there. Since it is a resume, there are some other locations where you have to attach your academic accreditations like PhD and all. But in resume, anyway, you are mentioning that you are going, what is your higher studies. So that's why no need to mention beside the name. Okay. Name should be visible clearly with a higher font. And then email address, maintain proper email address. Ideally, just your first name and last name. Okay. Then telephone number should be mentioned in a proper format. So then location. Location means not complete address. You can say the global location like city or state. City and state would be good enough. Okay. So this is about the first portion. The next important one which we are going to check is objective. That means, as I said, for the experienced people, it is professional summary. For the freshers, we have to write as career objective. How it should be. A professional summary should focus on how you can help the employer's needs. That means whatever company requirement is there, whether your objective is aligned to that company or not. Now, most of the people will get a question, how would I know that what company total requirements are? In simple words, none of the companies will check in-depth knowledge if you have or not until you cross 5 years or 6 years experience. Anyway, that will go in the interview. But basically, they will check your passion and your open doors, like how you will take to learn the knowledge. Okay, are you passionate about your goals? Are you having any precise and concise view of your long run skills or long run meeting the requirements? Okay, that they will see. So this section grabs readers' attention, where you are mentioning your career goals, interest in just 3 to 5 lines. This I am making for the professional summary, 3 to 5 lines. You can consider this for till 5 years of experience, guys. Okay. It should be both concise and customized for the job posting. Repeatedly, I am saying whenever you are doing, so if you are applying for the automotive industry, relate your skills to that domain and reframe the sentence. Okay. The first hiring managers spend little time on this. For example, also I have given commanding automotive manager proficient in auto industry operations. See, you have to catch those keywords like commanding. So some keywords also plays a major role. Just don't write a generalized word, expertise in, champ in, something like. So choose these kind of keywords. So if you find directly, you will get the keywords. One more tip I'm going to give here. If you're not finding the appropriate keyword, okay, if you are want to make as an expertise, which is commonly mentioned, right click that and see the synonyms for that words. Okay, if you see the synonyms for that words, you can reframe the sentences based on the synonyms. Okay, it will be there in presentation as well as document. Most of the times we do resume in document. That's why do that. Okay, so you can see adapted assessing customer needs and motivating staff to achieve sales goals in the professional manner. So the person is in the automotive industry and also as a salesperson. So you can see that. So according to your domain, according to the industry, in industry, if you take automotive industry, different sectors will be there: design, aftermarket, marketing, stress, drafting, and so many vast. In design also subsectors, crash, safety, all these things will be there. What your expertise, whether it is relevant to that or not, how you have to reframe it. These are the three things it should come to your mind when you're writing about career objective or professional summary. Hope it is clear. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat box or directly. Then outline your education. Sorry. Before going to that, we have to craft the career objective for freshers also, right? If if a person is a complete fresher where they can't write anything of their expertise, how they have to post. Then you have to post, then you have to write your objective based on your skills or based on your project. You can see looking for a challenging role in an organization which provides opportunity to enhance my skills, expand my knowledge for the growth of the company. Always connect your skills to the growth of the company. That is the key word for fresher to 20-25 years experience guys also. All see, whenever company is recruiting, they will expect something from us. So what they will expect definitely the profit. How the profit will happen? Based on the projects. How the projects will executed? Based on the technical person. Technical person, what they need? Skills. So based on our skills, they can improve or grow their company, in simple words. Okay. In that way also you can write, or the another example I have given, seeking a challenging position in a reputed organization where can I learn new skills, expand my knowledge and leverage my learnings. You can see this. There is a light variation, but still here also you are explaining about your skills and the knowledge what you have gained since you don't have any prior experience. Okay. When you are writing the objective, choose the word choosy and it should the word should get attracted. Okay, use a little different and unique words, crisp and clear sentences. You can see when we are writing career professional summary, it took around 4 lines, whereas for an fresher hardly 2 to 3 lines is enough. Okay, if you have any achievements you can write there. First thing is have to write the format of your contact details and then career objective. After that, you will get the education. Always start your education from reverse chronicle order. That means the higher education will go on the top. Then after the post graduation, graduation, and then inter, and then 10th if required. If you are doing post graduation or PhD, 10th marks and inter marks, no need to mention there. Education doesn't mean only this type of education. You can also include any internships if you are making any continuing education classes. Like these days, they were going so many skills or any certifications. If you are making all this, can go into your education uh, block. Okay. Also, along with the resume, no need to send the certificates. Okay, but you can mention the certificates if you have any. Okay, if you are learning any skills, you can mention the certificates and you can mention that in the project section that you have done 1 or 2 live projects based on that certification. Okay, which will add weightage to your resume. Don't write directly only in the skills. Add one point in the education table also, or education portion also, block also, so that it will emphasize that other than your regular work, you are focusing on other courses to develop yourself. It will show your passionate and your commitment towards the learning skills. Okay, you can say, like, if any memberships you have, SAE membership or affiliations or whatever you have, civil, like geotechnical or structural membership, you can mention that in the education uh, block itself, table itself. Okay. M- write only those membership currently it exists. Don't write all the membership which was already expired in the past. Okay, so don't go for very much lower 10th marks, 7th marks. If you are a highly qualified person, that means of PhD. When you are doing PhD, MS, BTech may require, may not require. You can mention. Why we are mentioning is BTech also, the specialization will start from BTech. So they can start. If you are a civil or a mechanical engineer, you can shift to, these days it is happening as dual, what to say, dual core subject, something mechatronics kind of thing, or uh, CS and compute IT combinations are happening. That's why it is also good to mention BTech specialization from that, uh, how deep you are going to the particular specialization to mention. Okay. If you are just qualified BTech, then you have to mention BTech, Inter and 10th. Okay. It depends on to what extent you have done your education. The other thing is, the next major important thing, shine a spotlight on your skill set. It is very, very important. Okay, on all job, recruiters will call you based on only the skill set. Be sure to study job ad and personalize this section to focus on the skills that are matching with the job. Okay. Again, I'm repeatedly saying that are matching with the job means, if you're a design engineer, don't directly say that you know hypermesh or LS Dyna. If you are a design engineer, they are asking for surfacing or metals, reframe the sentence in terms of that. Okay, don't go completely out of your skills and write. Always use bullet points for readability, and don't forget to include your soft skills. Soft skills are very, very important along with your technical and hard skills. What are those things we will see, and also I will list some so that you can pick from those things. Okay. Always in a resume, skill set will add an edge over the competition. According to the skills, recruiters will give preference to take you or call for you for a interview. Okay. Most of the companies has this system, applicant tracking system. That means according to the job posting, they'll have certain skills, right? Whether are you mentioning those skills in that in your resume or not, it will get filtered. In that filtered resumes, they will again recheck and call for the interview. So this is very, very important. Most of the people don't know it. Everybody has applicant tracking system, in which you can see is programmed with the critical skills for the role and applications whose resumes do not contain those keywords are often deemed unqualified. So that's why repeatedly I'm saying, according to the job ad, update your skill set and also reframe your career objective. Okay. No need to change the content, no need to change the projects, no need to change the education. In the complete resume, you have to focus and change only two things according to the job posting. That is what? Your skill set and career objective. Clear? Career objective for freshers and professional summary for uh, experienced guys. Okay. There were three ways of mentioning skills. What are those? Technical, hard skills, soft skills. Technical are nothing but which are related to your education background with respect to that industry or specialized core subjects. You can also mention they require either a certain level of education or certification or specified to a particular industry. Why this was mentioned? For the core jobs like civil, mechanical, electrical, we don't bother much about certification. Where you see in IT industry, they bother a lot about this certification. In the technical skills, they are going to mention what are all they have certified in the past those many months or something. They'll have the validation of the certification also, like from which term to which tenure it exists. According to that, they will do it. Okay. Then hard skills. What are that? That can be learned, taught, or measured and are not dependent on your industry. That means what are those hard skills? We will see. That means nothing but writing a document, making a presentation. You can make as a hard skill. This and all, our education system was made in such a beautiful way that this and all they were implementing in the final year project, but 99% of the students, even when I am a student also, I don't have the awareness of it. Okay, we don't utilize the opportunity to learn the documentation skill and also the presentation skill, which are very much required as soon as you come out from the education system. That means as soon as you search job, this is very important thing. So from now onwards, if anyone, if any of you are still pursuing, please focus on how you do the presentation and how you do the document and how you are going to build the teamwork. All these things were included in our system, which will replicate the same in our industry pattern as well. But mostly we won't think in that direction and we are not aware of those things. Okay. These sessions, that's why these sessions we are conducting to bring those awareness. Then soft skills are personality traits that are hard to measure. That means your communication, your confidence. So there were different people and different variations will be there. Like some people may be knowing high technical knowledge, but they feel lots of tense when they are going to the interviews. So it what the other person will feel. The other person will feel that you just have a bookish knowledge or you are a bookworm. You don't know how to correlate the actual scenarios. Some people, even though they are not getting high grades, they may get into good jobs because of the confidence what they were showing in the interviews. So confidence, body posture, everything matters a lot, which comes under the soft skills, which we will categorize this in a better way. You can see here the soft skills, hard skills, and technical skills. So soft skills are nothing but multitasking, customer service skills, problem solving, and communication. Among all these things, an interviewer in that half an hour, 1 hour span, he may be saying that how you are understanding their questions and how you are responding to that with a proper communication skill. Okay, understanding and answering matters a lot, right? The same, it should show in your resume also, like what you have. Okay, then hard skills are nothing but, as I said, like writing skills, presentation skills, and management. These soft skills and hard skills are the ones which we can achieve by internships or projects from the academic domain. So technical skills are nothing but either it is of the subjects, I have mentioned some of the subjects here, or whatever softwares you are learning to build the gap between the industry and the education system. So those you can mention. I also mentioned that if you are learning any of these subjects, mention as certified in so and so, the tenure in the education table. Okay. Hope this is clear up to here. So whatever required, the basic things we have. And then if a person is professional, like mid-level experience guy, you have to write about your projects. I did not mention here about the projects much because most of them are will be out from the college freshly. Okay. So now in a crisp, the tips for this skill set is: first, understand yourself. That's why you can see the first point what we mentioned before writing resume. Prepare mentally, internally and externally. That means you have to understand what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. You also need to write the weakness in the form of strength. Okay. That means, for simple example, I will say, if somebody is asking your weakness, don't say that I don't know. I don't know is a negative word. Okay. Rather, use the word so, like, I'm looking for the opportunity to learn this. Okay. Reframe the sentence to the negative to positive way. The same name we are reframing. Always reframing is very much important for resume writing. Put your strongest skill up front. Okay. Don't mention skills that are not relevant to the role or outdated. This is very much important. We also saw that based on this thing, right? ATS system, acceptance system. Okay. Then you can see the last one is rework, review, and cut the fat. Fact check details. Double check for dates, spelling of the company, school names, contact information, and make accurate and up to date. Proofread your resume. It is very, very important. As soon as you write, don't read immediately. Give some space or give some gap. If you are writing today, again see tomorrow morning and again see tomorrow evening, you might be getting a fresh thought in a better way. Check for grammatical errors if any are there, spelling mistakes, typo mistakes, everything you have to check. Okay. So send your document to the trusted friend and ask them to check with a fresh eyes. So if they are asking to update something, think over it and reframe it. Don't just blindly depend, think over it and reframe it. Okay. So this is what the format you have to follow for various. The format is same for any industry. The only thing you have to make it in a proper way. Okay. Yes, I am going to share. Still, it is not the end. There were so many other things are also there. Mithilesh. Here you can see some common mistakes to avoid. I have said now the importance, why we have to do, and also how you have to do. So, what are the things we need to avoid? Here we see. Okay. Don't blindly apply to all the jobs. At least one basic requirement is there which is related to your skills. This is what I'm saying always. Don't lie. Don't give false statements, inaccurate statements. It will sink you a lot. So repeatedly, if you are doing so, people will get doubt. By seeing the resume itself, the recruiters are so expertise, they will say whether it was a bluff or it was a real thing. If they are checking those things also, if you are getting selected for the interview also, then they will easily can find out, right? It is illegal to. Okay. Don't disregard the references. Blindly don't give your references in all the resumes. If the employer asks, Then you have to give your references. Reference people also should be in such a way that they know you about in a better way, and they know your skills and abilities as well. Okay. Don't use more than two fonts. In the complete resume, don't use more than two fonts. One is for heading and another one is for writing the sentences or skills and everything. Do not use clip arts. It is not at all a professional resume. Don't include pictures. Even though it is your picture, if it is not necessary, don't include it. Don't give your personal details, health related information, or what your height, weight, what they will do with height, weight, according to whatever you are applying. If you are applying for some army or something, then you have to give. Don't neglect that time. Okay, that is mandatory. For the general service industry or the OEMs, why they should bother about your religion, height, and weight? Mentioning if they have a specific format and ask to fill the details, then you can, otherwise don't do it. Salary information not required. Misspell things, it is very very important. Don't misspell anything. Use spell checker. These days lots of spell checkers are available online for the free of cost. Use those things, and also avoid typos and errors. So what we have, maintain the font only of two types. Salary information, don't give personal information. References, if they are asking, only give it, and don't misspell it. And at least one of the basic requirements should match to our resume. Then you can forward relevant resume to that industry. Never lie. Okay, these are the mistakes you have to avoid, so it will become a good and perfect resume. To write this resume, now you may have question that some strategies you need to follow, right? Here are the tips. Be strategic. As I mentioned, rather than just making as research, give in a specifically, that is leadership experience or teacher experience or design experience or simulation experience. Rather than just writing as work, you can mention as volunteer. So whatever you are using the words, that plays a vital role. It will catch the recruiter eyes. Keep it consistent throughout the document. Maintain the same font, same size. Wherever the side headings are there, in the same line, all the side headings like your educational experience and the skill set and the projects, whatever, all this should have with the same font, same alignment. Never use font below 10, font size below 10. Okay, wherever it's required, make as bold. Wherever it is not required, make as normal thing. Resumes that are free of errors with consistent formatting convey attention to detail and professionalism. Okay, this is very important. Include a variety of experience. You can, as a fresher also, you can include like whatever projects you have handled, if you are doing any freelancing work, or if you are in the part of any student organization, volunteering, internships, service learnings, whatever it is. There were different types I have mentioned, so that you can pick one of these things and include in your resume. So it will show, other than the academics, you are rich in another domains also. Okay. So also it will show your leadership qualities, what you are. Whenever you are writing a resume, think in terms as an employer. See here, employers spend average of 6 seconds per resume, at least at first glance. 6 seconds means what they will do. Only the skill set, education percentage, then that too they will see the industry, I mean the college. After that, career objective. Now, is there anything which are related to your particular project works, it's not there. But still, we have to write the project works, because once it is getting shortlisted from the recruiter's team, it will transfer to the technical. There, they will check your experience and call you for interview. Okay. So you want employers to clearly see the connection between your experience and their open position. In that 6 seconds, the sentence of this career objective, it should be in such a way that it is relevant to their ad. Okay. In simple tip here I'm going to give is, for the ad, for the job post, they'll be writing so many sentences, right? Take the key points, keywords of those sentences, and make a proper neat frame a neat proper sentence, right, as your career objective. Okay. Then the last one, keep it visibly balanced. This is very, very important, because if it is so messed with write up only, it is very tough to read. Always maintain the white space and black space. That means the open space and the write up space as 50-50 percentage. Balance of white and space should be there to avoid overhealing of text. Okay. Even though, see, you can see this presentation, even though I have mentioned so many points, they were neatly adjusted and white and black space are very high. If anywhere, if you are if I'm mentioning high points, there I'm using the clip arts, which will reduce, or which will create, wherever the colorful thing is there, our eyes will attract that region. Okay. So since we should not use any color words or any color font in the resume, maintain a consistency between black and white. Yeah, someone is trying to speak. Any questions? So finally, so some sample resumes I have mentioned here. You can see here the career objective, academic, either you can give as a table format or in this format. And then experience, skill set. Don't write skill set as a single word. Okay. So both I'm giving you. Don't write single word skill set. This is nowhere relevant. See, the format is good, but the pattern is not good. Okay. So whatever we have discussed in this format, you can fill. Rather than honesty, team spirit, you can write in this way as a sentence form. In a crisp and clear format, that doesn't mean everything you have to write a bigger sentence. Just to use 3 words or 4 words is enough. Okay. Okay, sure. I will share the link in the chat box in a couple of minutes. Okay, if you have any questions other than that, feel free to ask. We have 4 minutes left. I'm done with the presentation. If you need any details, feel free to ask. If some of you are pursuing, if you need career guidance, you can reach us to these numbers or mail us to this contact address. You can also visit us. Mainly for mechanical and civil, we are providing vast range of subjects, courses which are relevant with the industry. Courses are designed in such a way that we are linking the education, whatever we have learned, to the industry, how you are going to use on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Yes. Please ask if you have any questions. One of the site I'm pasting in the chat box where you can get resume formats. I'm also providing our academy website link, and also the phone number in the chat box. Hope you liked the session. Please leave some comments in the chat so that we will get to know what you are expecting from us.